Some people have people have wetsuits if they like to go to the beach.
If I put on a wetsuit, I would look like fucking Danny DeVito in The Penguin. You know, like.
He doesn't wear. He wears like a tuxedo, doesn't he?
Well, there's many great still images from that movie.
Are there? He's got a great prosthetic nose. I know.
So many great things about that film.
That isn't it. That was like the most. That's how superhero movies are supposed to be. What's up?
Nothing. What are you saying?
They're supposed to be like Michelle Pfeiffer is supposed to like get bitten by a cat and then turn into a buy a cat suit and purr.
And then she literally turns into a thing that drinks milk off the floor.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Let's not even get started. Remember the fucking great, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney.
Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze. And then who was Catwoman?
Uma Thurman was Poison
God,
Ivy.
She was hot, dude.
Dude, because she
was hot in that movie.
Well, she'd kiss you and then you die.
And you die, dude. Just like real life.
Dude, that's how I wanted to go. Actually.
Just like real life, dude.
That's if you're a good Catholic or Christian.
That is how it go.
Yeah. Are we in focus? Are we good?
I don't know. I mean, we're just going to have to test it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just got to
I have another.
do my due diligence here. It looks like I'm good here with my fucking Harry Potter look now.
Why are you roasting yourself?
That wasn't me. That was you. That's what you said.
Dude,
when you
also
came in.
you have a little mark right here. Now from a hat or something.
I got a little mark going on. Those are my powers.
Harry Potter scar.
Those are my little powers. I can turn anyone gay if I just like hit them.
Exactly.
It's a good tool to have. No, I just needed I felt like I needed a new look. I felt like I was thick rimmed. You know, fucking this Home Depot fuck boy, you know, like,
what do you think you look like?
I don't know now. I got these. I was like, I think these will be more studious for when I do my research at night. You know what I mean? You know, I wanted to look more studious when I'm on my phone at midnight on a Tuesday, finding out what was the deadliest tsunami of all time before I, just vape sleep into nightmares. I was like, I gotta look like I'm well researched.
For the peeping Tom that spies on you every night, he's like, Zach's got a new look.
He's got a new look. He's taking things seriously now.
And then just watches you have night terrors.
Yeah. Just on YouTube watching natural disasters. Wouldn't recommend looking at that when you're high, by the way. I have like a natural curiosity to science, I feel like. So if I get real stoned, I just start thinking about like crazy natural events that have happened.
Because there's footage of everything.
And it's just horrific. I could not recommend it, if we're being honest. But it is sometimes you're like, God damn, dude.
What's your favorite natural disaster?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I have one.
I can't say a favorite. I mean, the tsunami that happened in Japan in 2011 that set off all the nuclear reactors. I mean, boy, did that come out swinging. That was like, they were destined for the history. That was like Babe Ruth taking the plate for the first time.
That's a fun one.
That was a good one. I think the Indonesia tsunami of 2006, that's the deadliest of all time. That was fucked up though.
Did you ever watch The Impossible?
No.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Ewan McGregor?
The movie?
Yeah.
No.
Naomi Watts? It's about that. It's about a family that gets separated.
We don't need that movie. We don't need Ewan McGregor being white as fuck. Like he was just the one white guy who was at this Indonesian tsunami. Half the whole world didn't even give a fuck about that. Isn't that so awful that when dude, there are tsunamis and earthquakes and shit like that every day that just killed, like, it'll just be like, 400,000 people died in Indonesia yesterday and just, it's like the C block of your newscast. 45 minutes in, maybe, if you're still watching.
It's actually kind of interesting thinking about you saying that because it's something I never even considered because the story is about a British family that's on vacation and then they all get separated and then the story just, and also there's a little white boy that's not a part of the family, but he gets separated and he like joins their crew. So it's about
they look out for him, huh?
Right. It's about let's see how these white people experience this tsunami. And it's like everyone that's brown and Asian.
Literally the point of that movie is like, can you imagine if you had to live here?
And you were white.
God, dude. Boy, I feel like there's some real gems of like for sure cancelable movies from like 2000 to 2010.
But that's like low key enough where it's just one of those things where it's just an oversight. It's just a blind eye that people that aren't British or aren't white or are from, it's mainly the idea that people in foreign countries that are like in third world countries, that their experience is so tragic anyway. When it becomes even more tragic, it's less interesting.
Right? Isn't that awful? God damn it.
It's like, well, they're kind of this British white family, Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts in this beautiful like resort spot. They're not used to this sort of devastation. Yeah. So all the other people, they're kind of like, what are you going to do?
What would you do if on your your vacation was ruined by just all this human suffering? What would that be like? Poor Naomi Watts, she's great. That's just one of those movies that can just get star power and then there's no script. So it just it blows up.
You know what carried that movie?
What's that? I don't even remember this movie.
It's like 2012.
Yeah,
it was nominated for stuff. It's good.
Really? Am I the fool here?
Basically, you just watch this family like come to like find each other. It's pretty inspiring. But the opening scene, watching the tsunami, that tsunami scene it's fucking tight, dude.
Yeah. The shit like that in theaters. Woo.
Oh, yeah.
God, you see something like that in theaters, it's craziness.
The Impossible. I'll recommend it.
Fuck it. Give it a shout out, man.
Watch white people struggle like watch rich white people struggle like people do in third world countries.
Ain't that fun? Ain't that sport? I like Naomi Watts. She's great. She was great in Mulholland Drive. That was good. Oh, we're back to a movie podcast now. Here we go.
She's good in The Ring.
Yeah. Boy, we forget about that. Mm-hmm. God, The Ring was hot when that came out.
Oh, man. There's something about just like...
And then you had the physical like VHS or DVD copy of The Ring, which kind of like just made it even better. You're like, no, I got this movie. Although everyone knew about it. So there was none of this like... Oh, have you heard about The Ring? Oh, it's this obscure movie. No, everybody saw that movie, dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, they should.
That shit was awesome. Always that shit was sold out at Blockbuster for weeks. I remember trying to go get it at Blockbuster, and it was always they'd all been taken.
You gotta wait like 3 months.
All 30 copies of that DVD at my local Ohio Blockbuster had been taken.
Isn't it crazy how there'd just be a wall of DVDs? It was like once the Titanic came out, there was just like the whole wall.
The whole wall, like literally a quarter of the store was just that.
I remember just buying movies because it just took so long to get it from Blockbuster.
I wasn't just.
I'm just gonna buy Men in Black 3.
So there was this place called Buybacks by me when I was in high school, and they would just buy and sell used DVDs and shit like that. And you'd get burned. Like you can get burned. DVD? Yeah, you get burned. You know, you look at it. But God, man, you could go there and find like so many. You could just get movies for like $2. And even back in the day, like you remember Walmart would even, you could like go to Walmart and they'd be like, oh, here's 40 Chinese kung fu movies from like the Showa era. And it's like $2. And you're like, give me, I got so many of those.
Well, I remember that was actually kind of interesting because it's we've come so far from now. I feel like I have this like analysis paralysis for we talked about this on the segment. Like I will just look at Netflix for 20 minutes and be like, nothing looks good. There's like too much quality stuff. But back then, you'd be digging in the bin at Walmart through kung fu movies that no one's even seen, and you'd be like, "What a deal!"
Yeah, I mean, this is 40 movies. 40. You think about how much how many hours you could get out of it.
You don't value your time because you're like,
no, that's for real. Now we don't value our time at all.
No. Like, I feel like back then I would watch all those kung fu movies and I'd be like, I watched 3 hours of content, not actually thinking about. I watched 3 hours of dog shit movies.
No, see,
because I wanted a deal.
I guess, but I also feel like nowadays just the opposite. Like I'm like, how many hours have I burned watching just dog shit because it was like put in front of me?
What do you like? What's an example?
I think the difference is like at least when you went to Walmart, you had to dig through there and literally look and be like, oh, this looks interesting to me.
This is the best of the dog shit in the bin.
Yeah, well, what I mean is like you took an active role in picking it, whereas I feel like Netflix, you just sit there drunk and you're just like scrolling, looking at their shitty horror movies, and you just pick one. I don't know.
There was the excitement of digging through and finding Rush Hour 2 in the bin for $4.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah, like all 5 Lethal Weapons for like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then watching them all night and like enjoying them, not because the movie's good, but because it was a deal.
Yeah. I would do that all the time. I miss doing that. I still do. It's just the movie selection sucks now. Now you go to Walmart and it's like, here's 6 versions of Crazy Rich Asians. Have a party. Cool.
Did you watch the movie?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Guy, why are you watching this?
It was awful.
Asians, man.
No, it was not a good... I mean, whatever.
I love the idea that you watched it and
made
you're
like $1 billion fucking dollars. It wasn't good.
Was it good?
Who cares? No, dude.
Oh, okay.
But it made $1 billion fucking dollars. So yeah, it was
There's
good.
There's a lot
dude.
of Asians, dude, that want to see themselves represented on TV.
It was just so hokey and corny. God.
I didn't like it because it's like, to me, it was, okay, sure, it's like, all right, now we got Asian representation in movies, but then it's like, but we can't. We'll do Asians, but not poor Asians. We'll do incredibly wealthy, affluent, beautiful Asians, but not like we
whatever.
Need that.
You can't take your social cues from a fucking studio film. I mean, let's be real. Studio films are now just making like iterations of entertainment that reflect like the social research that they did 5 years before that. You know what I mean? Now it's like, but I don't know. Then you get a movie like Parasite that comes out and blows everybody's tits off because it was the best movie of the whole year. Yeah. And then it's like, I feel like they're just it's just like pandering because you're right there like, oh, well, no one's shown Asians in cinema, so we have to make this big box office fucking huge over-marketed thing to prove that we do it. And it's just like, no, like there's just a lot of talented Asian people making movies forever.
Yeah.
And you just choose not to show them over here because you don't think anyone will watch it. And then a movie like Parasite comes out. It's undeniable. People are smarter than they're given credit for. We don't have to go fucking drink half a bottle of Chardonnay just to sit through Crazy Rich Asians and laugh at like, she thought she was going to get a Porsche, but he can only afford that. Like, dude, come on. Sitting there like, gushing over people who are so much wealthier than you because we watch just money porn now.
Yeah. And Parasite was the opposite.
Yeah, that's why it was good.
It was
whatever, dude. Both movies have a purpose. It's fine. You got to watch something if your fucking grandma's at your house over Christmas. What are you gonna do? Am I gonna sit there and turn on fucking Uncut Gems? Like, come on.
Turn on Parasite. Everyone can enjoy that.
Listen, Grandma is from 1940. She got a lot of issues with a lot of people, dude. We ain't gonna turn on Parasite.
Either way, whether you're watching Crazy Rich Asian or you're watching Parasite, you're watching Asians, man.
Yeah.
Make her watch a good movie. Make her tolerate the Asians.
I could. I don't know.
Grandma.
Listen.
Get woke.
I'm not watching movies with my grandma for the most part. So this is really not an issue.
No. It was crazy. My grandparents, they thought it was, they're like Baptist, like old school Baptist. They owned a lot of movies, but they thought it was like a sin to go to the movie theater.
What? How does that equate?
I don't know. It's funny because they're dead now, so I can't ask them. But I guess I could ask my mom. But she was like, we weren't allowed to go to the movie. But they had a ton of movies at the house.
Do you think that was just because... I don't think they have anything necessarily against movies, but they're like probably everything being pushed when your parents were like teenagers, which was what, 60s, 70s?
Yeah, but they had like Jurassic Park, Raiders of the Lost Ark and stuff.
That was way after, though. I'm just saying they were probably opposed to the content of the movies.
I think they thought that everyone was just getting blown at the movie theater.
What was the last? I mean, you think so?
No.
They weren't that
I really don't.
I certainly wasn't. God, come on.
I know. What if you...
Have you? Were you?
No. Have you ever gotten any sort of sexual favor in a movie theater?
Yeah, a little bit. Not
really?
Like a full-on beacher, though. No.
Some over the pants? Under the
dude,
pants?
You're in 8th grade. You're in fucking...
Oh, I was so far away from that, dude.
Listen.
I hadn't even kissed a girl when I was in 8th grade. Do what you can in the back row
when you're watching, Barbershop 2 on a...
No, never did. Never, man. I wish I could go back and do 8th grade over again. I'd do so much different.
Yeah, that's not good that you have that thought. But but anyway.
Hey, I mean, I want to experience.
If I could just go back and get.
I'm in 8th grade. It's
to just.
I don't
notice me.
I want to go back in 8th grade, but I'm an 8th grader. I'm not going to go back to Lake Christian Academy as a 31-year-old man and try to get a hand job in a movie theater.
No, but in this scenario, you're going back there as an 8th grade with the knowledge of you now 31-year-old Joe.
Yeah, but
in which case that is creepy,
I'd hook up with old chicks.
Then you're essentially Andy Milonakis, like going around committing. Yeah, come on.
I would try to hook up with like my teachers, dude. With all the game of accumulated.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I'm talking about. I can do that. Yeah,
man.
No, you go back to like senior year of high school, just as like you probably turn 18 before you graduate.
Oh, I
catch some sad teacher on the cusp of divorce or either going to or fro.
I think
you're like, I'm 18 now.
I think I had a chance with a sub.
Don't do this.
I think I did.
Don't do this.
What?
No, because every fucking person, every dude has this story.
Do you?
Of course. Every dude does.
For real?
Yeah, because we're all delusional into thinking that like any woman would fuck us at like any given moment. So like you remember like one or two random encounters.
I mean, I'm not saying it was a certainty, but I'm saying
you were like, I used to drive her home from school because her husband wouldn't let her take this car anymore while they were getting divorced. I'm like, okay, well, that actually, yeah, you might have. You probably could have pulled it off.
No,
that wasn't the case.
No.
She just brushed your arm one time after class, and
here's the one time
you're like, well, she's horny.
I think here's what happened. Here was the only time, and I think I could, if I handled it differently, I could have maybe touched a boob.
Yeah, what do you mean? What are you talking about here? You talking about, brushing elbows, handing a test, or?
It's hard to know. You know what I mean? Because I think I look.
You're talking about like full cupping in some kind of like secret.
Yeah, no ambiguity of what's going on. I think it could happen.
Yeah, at some kind of school event, like a dance or a homecoming.
It was after school. I came into her classroom.
Yeah.
And she was crying.
Ooh.
Because she'd been like told off by one of the other teachers. Because she was like a long-term sub. And How old is this lady? I'll have to do the math, but she wasn't that much older than us.
Okay, keep going.
So, actually I do. So she would have, when I was in 6th grade, she was a senior in high school. So that gives you some idea.
It's an odd way of looking at it, but keep going.
A couple of years. I don't know. Yeah, but
yeah.
I came into a room.
She wouldn't notice your cool shoes. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
When you have to go with your mom to pick your sister up at high school and you see all her hot friends and they're like seniors and you're in 7th grade.
Right.
But you got to go there and you're like, well, if I wear my best shoes,
right.
Maybe she say something.
But you're just such a dweeb.
And you're like, no, she's actually banging one of the teachers. She's so far elevated above you. Like, never gonna happen.
I was a senior though in this situation though.
Either way,
she was okay. So she was crying, and it's been so long, I don't remember how I even handled that walking in because I don't whatever reason I needed to go in that room and ask her something.
Yeah, you had to go grab her titty. So you walked right in there.
But dude, here's the thing, I would flirt with that teacher straight up.
Yeah,
I was just.
Well, so then what happened? You go in there.
I don't remember. What
do you mean you don't? How do you just set up that whole story for like 5 straight minutes and then I'll say, I don't remember what you walk in, she's crying?
No, but I'm just saying, I walked in and she was crying and she told me what had happened and then I don't remember how I handled it. And
then she sucked your dick,
Maybe
dude.
I blocked that out because it was too extreme of a memory. It was
so great that you were like, I can't even believe you had the opposite of trauma. Your brain just wiped out because you're like, you have
euphoria.
Can you imagine having such the presence of mind to sitting there being blown by your teacher in like 8th grade, and you're like, I'm gonna live to be 70 thinking about this moment because nothing will ever be better than this.
So my brain's like chucks it out.
It's literally just chucks it out. They're like, you cannot handle this nugget here.
On my deathbed, my brain will be like, you know what?
You remember? You actually were pretty cool.
Yep.
That thing happened that one time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
She lost her job, but who cares?
Yeah. So
she'll get back on her feet.
My point being, the only reason I bring that up is because later in life, I think about that all the time. And it's one of those things you think like, wonder if I could have, you know.
You never know.
Wonder if I could have made out with her or something, you know?
Maybe it could have. I don't think this is ever a reality for me. I was a little chubby. I couldn't pull it off.
I mean, but the thing is, I look at myself and I see when I imagine the situation, I'm sexy me now.
Yeah, back then you have back knee.
Still got back knee, but more
wearing like a Reservoir Dogs t-shirt,
wearing a Finch t-shirt.
Just so unfuckable.
Do you know Finch?
Oh yeah, I know Finch.
A Finch t-shirt.
Awful.
From Hot Topic.
Awful, dude.
Finch rock.
Finch. I don't know. I'd have to bring back a song. I don't remember what their hit was.
So,
let's
I almost started singing Chevelle.
We can't. Chevelle. Now we're talking.
The red is real.
Dude, real talk. If we could go back and go to the Mountain Dew X Monster Energy Dirt Bike Jam, where we can see Chevelle and Incubus and Finch and
System of a Down.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
They kind of weirdly System of a Down aged well.
Yeah, well, they were kind of a little bit ahead of their time for sure.
Yeah,
there was no band like. I mean, there was no band like System of a Down.
I don't think there still has been.
And I'm not even saying that they were all great. It does get annoying. I mean, I can, dude. You'll catch me rocking out to some System of a Down here and there. Yeah, dude, some toxicity, anything off that album, but also. The hits.
Sugar.
BYOB, dude. No, no.
Oh, your later
BYOB,
one.
Yeah,
later ones.
Hypnotized, dude. The album Hypnotized.
Everybody's going to the party.
Listen,
have a real good time.
What a band, dude. You're like, is this lame or is this fucking cool? I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know.
They were the first ones. They were doing like very political rock on MTV.
Oh no! Okay, come on, no, because Rage did it 10 years earlier.
No, but why doesn't the president fight the war? Why do they always send the poor? It was on MTV, dude.
Yeah, well, so was Rage. You know, I think Rage opened the door for System of a Down to take off a little bit, but Rage was certainly more poppy and like catchy. I feel like.
Yes,
they didn't have as like undeniable.
They didn't have as like literal of like anti-war messaging as Rage did. I think that.
Well, listen, they're two peas in a pod. That whole. Let's go see that tour. God, do you remember?
I would love to.
Do you remember?
I would love to see that tour.
Do you remember that last summer, Rage Against the Machine was supposed to go on tour with Run the Jewels? Like a full US tour.
We were going to go, but they didn't play in LA.
Of course we were going to go. Oh, no, we were waiting it out because of course they were going to play Coachella, which I'm not going to. Like, no.
I don't got the money.
So then we were just sitting here like, okay, well, you know that there's going to be an LA show. And then you sit there waiting because you're like, I bet they're going to do some cool shit, like play a small venue. One of those, so like crazy. You got to be in the know. And I was prepared for that. So I'm sitting there. Then we got this fake virus just ripping apart our nation. It's so unfortunate.
So
denying us of the Rage Run the Jewels tour that we all deserved. Leading up to this bullshit election, but then you can't. Then
what a dude. I'm gonna say that. Did we run out of time? We good? Okay. I'm gonna say the most cliche thing ever, but this, even you saying that now, you saying then we had this virus come in. It's
fake
so
virus.
I feel like right now is the most surrealist moment ever because we're kind of like. If you're looking at are you looking at new case trajectory?
No, dude.
It's sloping.
You don't have to because you can see it with the way. Dude, look at how much just outdoor dining fixed this place. We talked about this last week.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. Like Look at how much just them reopening outdoor dining. It looks like a city again.
Does
at least
it?
around here. Yeah, dude. I just ate at Barney's before here. I was just down at
On the
Barney's.
patio?
Yeah, dude. Ask me how long it took to get my check after we were done eating. Half an hour. Easy.
Okay.
That's no man's
We're
land.
back.
After you get your food, you're fucked. At Barney's, at least. Any kind of like bar, any kind of like classic bar pub food type place. Once you get the food, you might as well just give them the card as soon as they bring it, because it's going to be a while.
Well, I mean, at that point, you haven't written down what you're going to tip. So they better be prompt.
Well, yeah. I used to
We are the gods.
I used to be like that, but anytime I've dined out recently, I'm so happy to be back. I'm like 20% no matter what. You can fuck me over, not give me half of what I ordered, take forever.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're getting 20%. It's good to be back.
Dude, you know what tipping situation is very difficult for me? Tattoo tipping.
I've never got, yeah.
It's crazy, man, because you got it. You don't.
Why is there a tip? I don't.
Nobody knows what to tip. Some people don't tip on tattoos.
You just do 20%, right?
Yeah. But then you got to, the thing is, they do 20%, then you got to do the math. And you don't, it's hard to like do the math.
They don't tell you what it's going to cost up front?
You know what? Anyone getting a tattoo, here's the tip. When you ask, tell them how big it's going to be, show them what you want, and then get a quote. That's the move.
I just assume that's what you would do.
Well, they charge you by the hour, so sometimes it's, if it takes longer than usually, they'll be like,
Good
hey,
point.
it's gonna be this. But what I have done in the past, and my most recent tattoo, I didn't do that, and it was a little more expensive, a little more pricey.
I've only gone to Kat Von D's high voltage tattoo shop.
Well, that's the only place to go.
I mean, I wouldn't know what these price squabbles are about. I go in there. I say, Kat, here's the deal. I'm looking for a Phoenix Falcon on my back that's on fire.
I want a mushroom with an attitude, a big hallucinogenic mushroom with a face.
Why don't we throw on a Betty Boop while you're down there? Honestly, just throw a little slutty Betty Boop on there.
I want a Kermit the Frog opening his butt, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. How many Jim Henson characters you got in your templates?
What's the coolest Muppet to get a tattoo of? I don't think there's any Muppet you could get that would be like kind of cool.
No, I bet Oscar would be kind of cool. Oscar in like a little trash can.
A Sesame Street guy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck.
But nevertheless,
no,
I think
you
you're
said
wrong.
Jim Henson characters.
You're wrong. Though. I don't think that'd be cool.
like Bert and Ernie would be like, I don't even know what
you're
that says
back in Sesame Street.
You're right.
Oh, but I did open it up. I opened it up.
I don't, dude. I get these wires crossed.
You got to think
Who's
like
in
Fonzie,
the universe of
Kermit, Miss Piggy.
You know what, dude? I was never really into that ever.
Yeah.
I always thought that was like baby shit, kid shit. Always.
You were a baby at one point, guy. Even when you were a baby.
I don't remember having thoughts then, though.
You were a baby and you were like, this is baby shit.
I felt that way, dude. I really did. So I don't. But yeah, dude, get a little Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says. If you got a Bert and Ernie tattoo, I mean, you're stuffing something down.
Yeah, I think it's lame. Any like copyrighted thing to get tattooed on you, I think is lame.
I mean, hold on though.
Yeah.
I mean, a Tasmanian devil on like the lower ankle or something like that. Come on.
You want me to be honest?
You're like, this guy power lifts, probably.
Yeah, I don't think powerlifting's like a cool thing to do.
You're not picking up on the joke, but it's cool.
What do you mean?
Boom, it just cut. Look at that. Still got to do this. Tasmanian devil on your ankle that's a rather gay tattoo. Let's be real.
Okay,
you can't be getting, no. The Roadrunner would be awful. Dude, let's be real. I'm not going to try and be a shithead here, but like, let's be real, dude. The people getting any kind of Tasmanian devil, any kind of classic American cartoon tattoo, significant drug use is going along with this. This is for sure. You're fucking deep in there.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think anyone, you know what the worst.
Sorry, I know.
The worst tattoo. Here's the worst tattoo. All right, I'm gonna skip the tattoos I was about to say.
I don't have any, so I feel like I don't have any room to judge, or I have all the room to judge because I don't have any.
Okay,
You tell me.
I
You
have
have
two.
some.
I have two. This is the number 2 worst tattoo to get. Okay. Any NFL football logo.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, first, yeah. Like worst of all time. Yeah.
It's not. I have one worse.
Can I tell you what my number one worst is?
Please.
Is people who get tattoos of human faces. Like people who
Portraits?
Yes.
Even if they're good?
When has it ever been good?
It's rarely good.
When has you can go to Kat Von D. She ain't gonna get your Uncle Rick, right?
No.
You know?
Uncanny Valley.
I don't.
It's just not gonna be.
What's the worst
quite
tattoo?
Uncle Rick.
What's the worst tattoo?
Bible verse.
Oh yeah. I mean, God, there's so many bad ones. It's really hard to pick a number one. But a Bible verse is just like a throwaway. Bible verse is like, yeah, we all got it at Panama City Beach, spring break, senior of high school.
At a Christian youth camp.
Yeah. At
a Christian youth retreat, we all got these John 3:16 tattoos. We all got these Genesis 3:11. 3:11.
I think if I was
stupid.
ever to get a tattoo, I would just go all in, just get a tramp stamp. Like just really like Harley handles.
Before
and it says like Harley whore on top of it, and like a rose thorn type. You know what I mean?
That's like pre-suicide when you're just like,
yeah,
let's just like really pull the trigger on bad decisions.
Let's just see what you're capable. You can do anything you want with this life. The only thing you have to do is die. So like everything else before that is entirely up to you.
Right.
And if I'm getting a Harley whore tramp stamp with a couple Grateful Dead skulls on each handlebar,
why not?
What a move.
Money's no object at that point.
She's gone by this point, so I'm single again with this tattoo. Okay. So, I mean, God, is
but you're also killing yourself.
Yeah, so I guess it doesn't matter.
I
forgot about that.
Pick up chicks when you're pre-suicidal.
No,
or suicidal, pre-suicide.
No, at that point, you're just paying for it. You're just like, fuck it. Let's just eliminate this guesswork, this bullshit. You don't care that I'm ready to die. We're going to a motel.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Express, man.
Good times.
What do you think the hotel chain that is most frequented by ladies of the night? What do you think the most office space used by ladies of the night?
Motel 6.
You think so?
It's gotta be. Holiday Inn's not terrible. If you Motel 6 ain't asking no questions. You can barely get the Wi-Fi to work. You think they give a fuck about your life and what you're doing in there?
That's got to be weird because you're paying. I guess you got to pay for the whole night, right? At the Motel 6.
Yeah, you don't pay. Yeah. No, find me the hotel that's like, how many hours would you like to be here?
Would you like
a do not disturb sign for when your Russian friend comes here with a suitcase full of guns?
Here's the move. You rent it. You have sex with the prostitute. You come out 16 minutes later and you tell the front desk lady, I can't stay here. There's cum all over the bed.
Yeah. Is there a half hour? Oh, and then you start a fight because they have a half-hour minimum charge. You're like, I was there for 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it should be 16% of the full hour price. Okay.
We have your credit card and we know that's your cum.
They know it's my cum. They know a lot about cum. This hotel.
Yeah. Motel 6. God bless the cleaning ladies or men. Cleaning people. Excuse me.
They just basically they just go in there with Lysol when you're done. They don't even like wash the sheets. They're just like pour bleach on everything.
Just smells like a Olympic pool.
Just bleach and cum. Jesus Christ.
Somehow we always either talk about cum or cheap motels or tramp
What else
stands.
is there to talk about? God, I hope I haven't been clipping this whole time. I turned up my volume.
Oh, well.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. People don't care. I have a question for you.
What's that?
What do you think of this? What I'm noticing a lot. What do you think of this? Like, mental illness is now like in vogue. Do you know what I mean?
It's hot. You got to have at least something.
Yeah, and like
you got to be repping some kind of cause.
You do.
I had a great tweet the day that I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
go back.
The day that George Floyd was killed.
No, no. V.
No, come on.
I do not condone what you're about to say, but go ahead.
Let me just say this. I don't think it was the day of, but it might have been the day after. I tweeted out, I'm like, is it too late to make my cause mental health awareness? It's a good tweet. I mean, come on. We're fucking around. You know it's a comedy podcast. All respect to Big George, you know? Big
How'd
Floyd.
it do?
I think it did well, at least by my fucking horrific Twitter analytics standards. I don't have the app anymore. I don't know. I haven't gone in there. Dude, fuck no.
You don't post the clips?
No, I haven't touched Twitter in months, dude.
I post our clips on there.
Well, there you go. You're doing God's work.
Nobody likes them, but
that's fine.
Yeah. No, my girl Isabel does, but that's it.
Listen.
That's literally it. Like, she's the only person.
Yeah, well then what's the point, you know?
I still like our content being on a server somewhere and like needing to be rendered.
Yeah, I like that it's taking up hard drive space at Twitter headquarters.
Yeah.
Or clips about, you know, Italian men not posting a black square and getting fired or losing their restaurant, I should say.
Or the one that I posted that actually did well, Supreme Store and the sneakerhead one.
I don't even remember what that was about, but
we're just, again, if I say it was about that, it was about us shitting on that because we're hateful men. Is everyone like us?
No, I don't. I think about this sometimes. Do some people
enjoy stuff?
I think about this sometimes. I'm like, who's out here? Yeah, who's out here enjoying life? You know, who's out here not getting pissed at every person that they encounter?
But I think honestly, making comedy out of my hatred brings me joy.
Well, then there you go. It's serving some purpose.
Yeah. I think you know what? I'm a net positive.
You're net positive?
Yeah.
I think I'm net positive. You know?
Do you?
Yeah.
I feel like I bring more good than bad to the world.
I recycle.
I tried to, sometimes I get confused about what goes where.
Oh, well, dude, if you go to Chipotle now and there's like 6 trash cans and it's like landfill, ocean fill, recycle only.
You gave me all this shit.
Like, I don't know what
you tell me where to put what.
Sort it for me, please.
Yeah. You gave me the basket. You gave me the paper. You gave me the cauliflower rice. Tell me what goes in which bin. You know what I mean? It's not complicated. You tell me. You made it. You gave it to me. You know what's going in these trash cans. You tell me where what goes. You tell me what shape. Make it the right shape so I can only put one thing in there.
Isn't it crazy how we just trust like trash companies and recycling companies to sort all this shit out
for us? Which they don't.
And they don't.
They don't. They
do not.
They don't.
Like, it's a big thing. Like, they just skirt any kind of investigation because they take the trash. What are you going to do?
Right.
You're going to come out, you're going to go shut down this company that gets rid of the waste of fucking 6 million people? No. So they can kind of do whatever.
So we have no infrastructure?
Dude, literally just state investigators just come in and they're just like, oh, well, just not when we're around, you know. Come on. Knock that off.
You better actually recycle the stuff you say you are.
Plastic Coke Zero bottle out of the trash incinerator. You know what's crazy is I've mentioned this before that I grew up under the 7th largest landfill in the United States. Rumpke Dump.
So
shout
proud.
out. Number 7, top 10,
proud.
baby. Well, anyway, I guess my parents still live in the home that I grew up in. So
the dump hasn't taken over.
Well, what's happening now is
no.
I swear to God, dude. I swear to God, the dump is now setting off dynamite once a week and blowing up fucking craters in the earth to sink the trash into it so they have more room. So my poor mom is like texting me and calling me sometimes. It feels like there's a bomb going off or a fucking earthquake because their mom's like, oh, don't worry, mom, they're just blowing up more trash. It's all good.
It's creeping up on your backyard fence. Like,
it's crazy.
Hey.
And they eminent domain the fuck out of that neighborhood. Like, they kicked all these people out who lived near the dump and just took over their land. Yeah. What are you going to do? You can't flex on a trash company. They have the keys to our society,
right.
to the idea of a civilized world. We're not going back to like the fucking Black Plague where I'm dumping buckets of my shit out the window.
No, we can't do that.
We can't go back. No. We can.
Because they look at you and be like, this is your trash, motherfucker.
What are you going to do?
We'll stop blowing shit up and making bigger holes for your trash when you stop giving to us.
I know, dude. It's like New York in the 1970s and 80s when the garbage men went on strike. And just people just died of sickness just because there was just goo and muck everywhere. Just disgusting. That's how LA feels sometimes. Yeah, dude, it got when they stopped street sweeping because like people couldn't move their cars for that longest time. It got disgusting. They'd be trash everywhere.
Hey, guy, I got news for you, man.
It's still not good.
LA is the world. It is like
a dump.
The thing is, I don't know if most people I guess that listen to this aren't in LA, but like, dude, LA has like if you go, here's the thing, LA is a dump. It is so full of trash, but we have a couple cities like Santa Monica, Culver City, and Beverly Hills in LA that are like cities. Those are clean.
They take their trash and dump it somewhere else. They dump it into the ocean.
Like if you move to LA, move to Culver City, Beverly Hills, or West Hollywood's usually pretty good.
West Hollywood's not that good. It's a party district. There's trash everywhere.
But but I'm just saying, LA.
It's not Venice for sure.
Yeah. A lot of trash.
Yeah.
A lot of Coke Zero bottles and needles around. A lot of Coke Zero bottles,
a lot of beef jerky wrappers, a lot of needles, a lot of questionable tampons. Just bad. What do you, hey, you're like, oh, look, palm trees. Those look nice.
Hey.
You're looking up. You just have to look up. You just have to look up at all the buildings and the trees.
But at the end of the day, we're not New York City.
Yeah, dude, it's not that bad. Jesus.
New York City. I remember so my friend lives in Lefferts Gardens in Brooklyn, and I remember getting off the train stop and coming up and just like, because I would jog around my neighborhood and I'd be like, this is what I would think to myself. I'd think, there's no one's ever going to clean up this trash, and it's only going to get worse. And then I went to Lefferts Gardens and I was like, oh, this is a mostly trash.
Yeah.
This whole borough is mostly just like Coke Zero bottles and cigarettes. Like,
it's crazy.
Chicken wings. I'm like, this is chicken wing bones. I'm like,
you just gotta ignore it. You just gotta blow that chunk out of your brain for a while. Like, if you live for real, I mean, God, though, I mean,
New York's gotta get it together, dude.
They do gotta get it together.
Gross.
And you know how it's bad is because like, the equivalent is here going to like Skid Row.
Yeah.
When you go downtown, you're like, this is an actual war zone.
Yeah, it's
that I'm just a bystander in.
Of course, it's pretty much.
And then there are some Laker games in there, but like mostly it's a war zone.
It's like any street in Ecuador, though.
Yeah, who are we to compare?
You know what I mean?
God, you could play that game all day, man. You can just go down the pole. What's the worst place in the world to live?
I've been?
I don't know. I just mean in general. What's the hardest place in the world to live?
Syria.
You think so?
Oh my God, dude.
No, come on.
Name a more difficult place than Syria.
Haiti.
Syria.
They got Wyclef Jean. Syria doesn't have anything. Syria.
He's from Jamaica.
DJ Khaled won't even go over there and throw him a bomb,
dude.
That's how we'll know DJ Khaled's hardcore is when he does a tour in Syria.
Oh, he might have done some. What is that called? For the troops stuff.
Fuck for the troops.
He might have. Yeah, he might have done a for the troops concert. What is that called?
I doubt that he did that. You know, he's constantly covered. He's a man constantly covered in oil and gold jewelry.
He's Persian. I think he's from Iran. I think so.
Syria. You're voting Syria. I'm good at
something. You watch Vice News.
Who's the guy? There's one of them. You know there's one of them. Who's the white guy in Syria who's trying to like get a record store off the ground? You know there's one.
There's not.
There's got to be one.
Dude, Syria is rubble.
I mean, like Aleppo. Yeah, it's not. It's unfortunate.
No, Aleppo has been taken over by the Syrian government. There's one
They
last
got it
like
back
pocket
from
of
ISIS.
No, they've joined ISIS, dude.
Oh yeah, the
They're
government
part.
just
Russia,
basically they're like, if
Iran
you can't
have
beat them,
joined
join
ISIS,
them.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one group of like rebels left in this one. I think it's like Iladad, Syria. I know this from Vice News, solely from Vice News. And if Vice News is wrong, then I'm wrong.
Took some guy who looks like me to go over there to tell people in the world that.
No, it was the cute girl.
There are some human. Oh, it was Hot Bernie girl.
It was the cute girl.
It was Hot Bernie girl. She's like, listen.
Yeah.
There are serious human rights violations being committed every day, and you're like, whoa. This seems official, dude.
She's out running around in like mortar rounds are going off.
Oh, I mean, no disrespect. They're out there. They're
she's
no
great.
one else is doing that shit now.
Yeah.
CNN like just is all day just Trump impeachment shit.
Yeah. Vice.
Then he gets acquitted today, and they're like, what?
Dude, he got acquitted, but he's not even president.
I don't know what. I just want to know. I just want to know what his Florida life is like now.
I don't know.
God, is he banging hookers again? You know it. He's out of the spotlight.
You think his dick gets hard?
It would be hard. The amount of
It would be hard.
diet soda that he drinks, there's got to be some
Hey, if diet soda
blood flow circulation issues around there.
Dude,
I gotta
if diet
imagine.
soda didn't make you hard, your boy would have the limpest dick of all time, and he fucking don't.
Yeah.
I'm the boy.
Yeah, you love diet soda.
I do, and I love my dick.
What's
hard.
how do you power rank the diet sodas?
Fresca #1?
What the fuck?
Diet Dr.
Are you
Pepper
serious?
2.
What is Fresca? Isn't that grapefruit soda? That has
it is.
calories.
You have a grapefruit tattoo.
You have a grapefruit tattoo?
Just got it.
You just got. When did you get this?
Month ago.
Oh, that's cool.
I love
It
grapefruit.
kind of looked like a vagina.
Well, it's that too.
It is.
Yeah, it's like a vaginal grapefruit.
You had to reenact the scene.
It
from
looks like
Call
an
Me by Your
asshole. It
Name.
doesn't look like a. Which one's it on?
Yeah,
How's it look
it's
like
a horny grapefruit.
Are you zooming in on it?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. It's a.
Wait, did you
grapefruit.
cover something up?
No, it's just a grapefruit.
Oh,
We don't. You think it looks like?
I don't like grapefruit. If we're being honest.
I like it.
Yeah, well, you love it.
Yeah, I do.
Clearly,
I mean, I think Fresca is better than grapefruit, though.
Fresca's not a diet soda, my dude. It got calories.
It does not. It has no calories.
Really?
Cannot. There has never been, never will be a Fresca with any calories in it.
Not one? Not
I
a
have a
couple
Fresca in
slip
my
through?
car. I'll go give you the can.
No, you don't have to go that far.
It's not even empty.
Fresca's up there. Well, I'll put Tab number 2.
Do you really mean that?
No.
No, you
Tab's
don't.
not good. Tab's not good. Don't be the guy who's ironically buying Tab at Kroger. God, don't be that guy. They're probably sitting there dusty. The only people drinking Tab now are like shut-ins who are just like spending their lawsuit money on QVC.
Mrs. Ellsworth drank Tab.
The weird
Fourth grade
lady in your
teacher.
neighborhood who you've never seen the inside of her house and she's never come out of it. She loves Tab.
She's a hoarder, and there's nothing but Tab. She sleeps on a can of Tab.
She's got a Tab.
She has Tab points, so she has like a Tab sofa that she bought with her Tab points.
She's single-handedly keeping the company afloat.
Mm-hmm.
They're serving a fan base of a small but dedicated fan base of women who are
Of
like
Mrs. Ellsworth's.
of ladies who are like 1986 cannot be topped. That my life has just gone to shit since then. So I'm drinking Tab, baby. What's worse, Tab or dude? For real, trashiest soda, a Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh, that's Berthoff water, dude.
King of trash is Diet Mountain Dew. I love Mountain Dew. You got to get fully loaded Mountain Dew if you're going to do it. Diet Mountain Dew is some sick shit, dude. Diet Mountain Dew is, I need to get this taste of cigarette out of my mouth. Let me get a Diet Mountain Dew.
Blasphemy, because Berthoff's. So my parents have a fridge in their basement, not basement, but like finished.
They got a
bottom
drink
floor.
fridge, don't they? Full of sodas.
What do you think half of it is?
Really?
Yep.
It's better if they had it filled with Diet Volt. You're like, where are you getting this on eBay?
Hey, at one point, there was a lot of Diet Vault in there.
Oh my God.
Vault Zero.
We've talked.
It
Vault
wasn't.
Zero.
It was
Vault Zero, dude. God, Vault was so sick. Hey, let me go get a 12-pack of Vault so I can play Halo for 6 hours and then shit myself to sleep later because I'm a kid. The only thing I eat is Totino's pizza rolls.
Why you gotta hate on Vault, dude? It was good.
I love Vault. What do you mean?
Vault also, it had, you know what flavor it bit? Surge.
It was the replacement. They got rid of Surge because Surge was too extreme.
Yeah, it was the
People
predecessor.
shot up Columbine. They were like, we can't, this soda's too crazy. We got to dial it back. So then they went away for a little bit and they came back with Vault. But Vault wasn't as good as Surge. The Surge formula was very close to like Mountain Dew, but it kind of had its own little unique.
A little spunk.
It had a little spunk to it. I love Surge.
It wasn't lemon, wasn't lime. It was like, it was just, there was something to that flavor that was off.
It was a little bit off,
dude.
But God, you know how much is that? You know, there's dorks who are buying that on eBay,
Yeah.
getting a 12-pack of Surge with their GameStop stock winnings.
Well, that was the thing, like, because you can bring back a brand now. Because remember, you could bring back. There was a time where there was a soda. You'll know this, Jolt. So they brought back Jolt
Classic.
as an energy drink.
Yeah, because you used to get it and you screw off it would pop, and then it would like foam out.
That was the
It
second
had,
coming.
like this little
That was the second coming of Jolt.
mist.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this? So sexual, and you're like, I feel like I have to put my dick in this. It fits perfectly.
Just you, bub.
That was really?
Just you
Just
put
me?
your dick in
I never did that.
bottles of Jolt.
But you think about it.
Yeah, but you don't do it.
No, dude.
Putting your penis in cans of soda.
Definitely don't do it.
Fucking animal, man.
Yeah, I couldn't. I would feel horrific putting my dick in Jolt. That would be, God knows what kind of lasting skin damage that would do.
I love how you're like,
Your hair just, all the hair there just starts gray. All your pubes are gray.
I love how you like, you showing your moral integrity of who you are as a person is by saying, I would never put my dick in a can of Jolt.
No.
What is this podcast?
Nothing.
Who's watching?
Unmarketable. Truly. What is to be gained?
I have no idea. It'd be funny if we're saying all this and like literally no one ever made it to this point in the show.
I mean, we can find this data. I mean, hey, every good show's got to start in the shadows somewhere,
it's
man.
true. The audio version I know gets a lot of whole way playthroughs, so I'm sure someone's gonna listen to you talk about not talking about putting your penis in a. Man, my parents, they've given up on the show. So.
Real talk, if you're listening at this point, please watch the show on YouTube. Please watch it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Do it. Just please do it. I mean, do whatever. Like, I can't tell you what to do. Like, you can't have the YouTube app open because you got to have.
I can't tell you what to do. Stop
You're learning how to make biscotti on your own, so you have to have the recipe tab open. You can't have YouTube open. I get it. You have to listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. But, like, just watch it on YouTube. God, do I have to tell you what the image is of me sitting down here in a cold garage, literally Googling, like, Dave Navarro fat image search and like dragging and dropping images in a cold garage sitting down here just drinking
Did you do that?
LaCroix all day? Yeah. I mean,
have I not watched all the episodes?
Some way you might not have, dude. Sometimes,
I literally watch each episode like twice.
Well, okay.
I love us.
I don't know what that means. That's not good. I edit it and I'm like, okay, that's enough of that. Got enough of looking at my fucking face.
I watch it the whole way through and then I let it play on several computers on different YouTube accounts to
pad
bring our
those
ranking.
pad those stats. Hey, we just got to get we got to keep this trend of getting auto-fed into videos of guys talking about the deep state or why AOC sucks.
It's gotten worse, by the way.
Oh, really?
Our
Great.
suggested
That's
videos.
Good.
I'm going to show you after this, and I'm going to show you what it puts us up in front of.
God,
it's incredible. It's all sexual
Their
stuff.
algorithm has probably just like searched how many are the content of our videos and found that we've, brought up Limp Bizkit more than like any other podcast. Or like, yeah, this seems like some possible white nationalist shit.
No,
we need a flag.
What you told me this week was literally a thought I'd already had. You told me, you're like, you know what this is, right? Like, is this the worst videos on YouTube? They then feed to our video.
Yes.
They take the worst videos and then they suggest
other bad shit with low views. Yeah, because they need to start circulating that little pool of like unwatched videos. Dude, sometimes I'm on TikTok now and I've sent it to you. I'm like the first person to watch this video.
I love those.
It's crazy because then you sit there and you see the hearts and it's 0 and you see the comments, you're 0 and you're like, oh my God.
It's just
I have such a position of power here.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think the last one I saw was just like a drunk white woman in her like 43 with like a total Karen haircut, like literally singing Every Rose Has Its Thorn or something like that.
Yeah.
Just drunk. She's just drunk on her phone.
Dude, so when I started the Nobody's Listening count, I like followed a bunch of people to like get the juices flowing, right? So I followed a bunch of people. So I get fed those people's TikToks a lot, right? So there's a guy it's the Every Rose Has a Thorn guy, but he's doing, I'm going to send you
drunk with an internet connection.
Dude, but the great thing about TikTok.
And Pandora, and then it's Pandora. They're playing it on Pandora.
What do you mean rather than?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay. But the point is, it's this TikTok has made everyone an entertainer.
Yeah, but you could have said the same thing about Instagram.
I don't think you can, because TikTok does it something where it's like, if you're on Instagram and you don't follow if no one's following you and you put up an Instagram, no one sees it.
Yeah.
No one's following you on TikTok and you upload a video, it's gonna
You're
say,
gonna get 1,000 views.
You get a chance.
We're gonna pump you out there.
Yeah. That gives you a chance. And TikTok, so now
point.
It's like when this guy is, it is just bottom of the barrel TikTok. But you know what?
What do you mean? What is he doing? Is he just drunk, like depressed, singing Dirk Bentley?
He's drunk and he's lip syncing these like, man, nobody believed in me. It's like he's taking a sound from someone else, but it's like, nobody believed in me. Everybody doubted me. Everybody said I couldn't do it. And he's not even saying this. He's lip syncing someone else saying this. And he's like, man, to all the haters out there, fuck you. TikTok over. And there's like 7 likes on it. And I'm like, somebody else saw this and was like, what a fucking idiot. Like, I want more of this dumb. I would like this ironically, which is still a like. So who knows, man? Who cares why you enjoying something, even if it's ironic, man?
That guy's out there making just like lip sync motivational videos.
That's what he's doing.
And in his case, the circumstance is just like, my aunt wants me to go cut my grandpa's grass 3 times a week. No way. Fuck that. I'm only going once a week. You got to respect me.
But he's lip syncing
with respect comes honor.
It's not
like,
even
what is
that.
it? What is it? It sounds like he's just lip syncing a Denzel Washington line from a movie or something like that.
No, it's some other dumb motherfucker who's
Isn't that crazy? It's just some other retard who's just out there like.
Oh well, now you made work for yourself again.
God damn it, dude!
There you.
It's just some guy out there, who's just screaming into his phone. It's like, you know what I hate? It's when a guy. It's like the riddles sometimes. I was gonna riff and make one, but it's like hard to because
you can't make it up.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That it'll just be like a hypothetical that someone comes up with their own, like on their own. It'll be like, ask old man if when he comes on, if he won't buy you roses every day of the week. If he say no, then he a fool.
Yeah.
And you're like, and that's not even a good one. I didn't even do a good impression, but you know what I mean? It's just like,
type of shit would like blow up though.
I know.
No, worst TikToks are the ones where it's like, if you want a lot of subscribers, or it's like, I just want to be I want you to leave a comment. It's like, you start it, and then you bet, like, the whole TikTok is you begging for likes and comments.
It works, dude.
But it's sad. It's like, hey, I'm not going to give you anything you want. Like and comment. I'm like, you got to make me laugh, make me horny. You got 2 options.